Carolina, but we want to put the car out on tour so people can see it. It'll be in the Americana television series, yes.
Thumbs up. Love it. Great job.
Thank you. Danny did all
Oh my God, yeah. Fantastic. Oh my God.
Right here, Kevin.
Wow.
Coming back up.
You guys, why don't you stay right there? Are you comfortable? Hey, we're running a little bit over on our schedule, but we'd love to entertain one or two questions if somebody in the crowd has one. We have a microphone. Feel free. Anybody have a question for Ray? Or...
Actually, I have a question for Andy. Hi. You know, it's every actor's dream to be in a movie that has this kind of iconic response to it. Why do you think 40 plus years later this film continues to resonate so deeply with so many people? Why do you think this film continues to resonate so deeply with so many people?
Because first of all, it's very much Americana, and it took place in simpler times when you know, the simple pleasures of just cruising and looking for a little action, maybe a little drink of liquor. You know, nobody carried guns on them, and it wasn't, you know, so it was just a more idyllic time. And it was the baby boomers. This is what we did. American Graffiti. Some people I have met have cried talking about the movie because that's where they took their wife and they're still married on their first date, you know, and then there's other people who, that was back in the day when you didn't have to leave the theater, so some people saw it over and over, and they go back and see it over and over, so it really got, you know, implanted in people's heads. And without American Graffiti success, George Lucas probably wouldn't have gone on to do Star Wars. He had done THX 1138, he did American Graffiti, and the Universal Studios had no, they thought this was going to go straight to drive-ins, and they didn't understand it. They didn't like the title, American Graffiti. In fact, on the set, Francis Coppola went around and said, we've got to come up with a new title because Universal doesn't get the word graffiti. And so I remember Francis came up with Rock Around the Block, and I'm like, that is so bad. American Graffiti, it's got a good flow. American Graffiti. And luckily they stuck with it. And now, of course, Universal loves the film. It's made millions and millions of dollars on its initial investment, which, you know, like I said, $850,000. So George, because of American Graffiti, went on to, you know, he built his empire from the money he made off of American Graffiti. In fact, Francis Coppola, because Universal had so little faith in the film, he offered to buy it, and he was going to, because he had come off The Godfather, and so he was doing really well. And he had his checkbook out and said, I'll buy it off you right now. And then when Francis said that to Ned Tannen, Ned Tannen's like, maybe I'll keep it. So lucky for Universal. You know, it's a simpler time. You know, it was before a lot of Vietnam War and all the disillusionment and Kennedy and all of the, you know, bad things that started happening to America. So that's why people really like this film, because it's got a lot of innocence to it. Long-winded, I know.
Anybody else? We'll take one more question if somebody's got one.
Hey Ray, is the car run good? The car run good?
Okay, the question is, hey Ray, does the car run good? I thought you were going to go, hey Ray, is that you in that great machine? Does that actually? What a waste of machinery. Well, it does run great, and I'll tell you what, we actually snuck it around town the other night, and we shot some of the Americana show, but it's a little bit difficult, you know, with all the carburetors, so you try and work on the two center ones, but the car has the same, you know, drum brakes and the way the steering and everything is in it, so it drives like a 1958 Chevy, but it really runs good. Yeah, it's just a different different cars, the shifter and all those things that, we get so used to everything that we have now. It drives like that car. But it does, and it's got the power steering, so you can put the one arm on the steering wheel and the other arm on the chick and just go through.
Got one more question?
That wasn't a question.
So you one more question, I think?
Any chance we'll ever see the cutting room floor stuff that ever made the movie? George likes doing his re-releases.
It's not an R-rated film, so most of what they shot, because it was a low-budget film, wound up in the movie. I did a screen test for it, and later on I asked George, so whatever happened to my screen test? And he said, well, and I remember he had a video camera that was pink plastic. I mean, it was so low budget. And early video camera, and I said, whatever happened to my screen test? And he said, well, it came out black. I'm like, black? Well, then why did you pick me? And he said, well, I liked what I saw through the viewfinder. And I never thought I was going to get picked, because when I met Charles Martin Smith, who played Toad, he's like 5'2", 5'3", and I'm 5'7", and I thought, there's no way they're going to go for me. I'm so much taller than Toad. But that really worked out. It was kind of a Mutt and Jeff thing, tall girl, short guy. And it was really cute visually. So, right, Toad? Yeah, there you go. I bet you're smart enough to get us some brew.
Yeah, I think so.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
Ripple.
Ladies and gentlemen, Candy Clark, Dan Baker, Mike Carr, and the great Ray Everham. Thanks for all coming. Hey, everybody, Candy and Ray are going to hang out for a while right over here to the left. Is that right? They have hero cards. Anybody that wants to get a quick autograph from Candy and Ray, we'd love to have you have one. And really, thanks for being here on behalf of Axalta. This has been a very exciting project, and thanks for everybody.
Hey, Ray. Hey, Ray. Dan reporting live with Weekend Drive out of Seal Beach.